he was back home after having sprained that ankle about 2 weeks ago. Randle got that offensive board and converted.
Right down the lane. Really hard off the glass, too.
Nice fake by Randle. Look at the body control by the guy who's 6'9". Randle is shaking off that little ankle tweak. Look at that up and under. Are you kidding me? But Larry, he handles the ball so well, and he goes so fast and so hard, and he's able to pull up with... Nice lead.
Another assist for Cauley Stein.
Nice pass.
Nail a jumper.
Here's Poitras. Hello. Wow. Young tried to throw it down. Randle as he went way up to get it. Good catch. Better finish. What a play by Julius Randle at both ends of the court.
Big men down on the inside for Kentucky, because the tapes will show other teams that they're going to play that they can do that, and they will start to collapse. They've got to be able to make the pass out. Another great move inside. Randle.
Lee, Cauley Stein, Randle, and James Young, and there's Randle with a block. Wow. Almost a circus shot. And then that was a big-time hammer by Julius Randle. John Calipari in mid-season voice across the way. Randle got it to go.
I kind of gave him a little brush right here. It wasn't bad.
And you know, Larry, that's not a negative. That's not a negative on the official.
First game of the season and this second one. We've talked a great deal about the change in the rules, and Randle gets it easy on the side.
After the save, they said that it was not actually a save and a timeout, but Poitras gets the steal, and Randle gets another bucket.
Far more minutes early on in his career. He couldn't play this kind of minutes.
Largest lead of the night for Michigan State.
Nice move.
And Randle finishes.
Well, that was a quick, strong move.
Hager number 5, Aaron number 2. Randle, good aggressive move, goes to his strong side, and that is a powerful finish by Julius Randle.
And looked particularly good. Got called for the foul.
He becomes the first player in the game on either side to pick up his 3rd foul. Randle, very aggressive early in the second half. Again, pick and roll basketball. Crowd, at least the Michigan State fans, want a goaltending call. They don't get it.
What a spectacular block.
And what a spectacular finish by Randle again. Game tonight, you get a chance to see Jabari Parker. You get a chance to see Andrew Wiggins. And there's 2 other iconic college basketball programs tangle here at the United Center. Another tough basket for Randle. Fan base is about ready to explode. Many of them standing down to our right. Young off to the slashing Randle, and one.
Really nice cut down the lane by Julius Randle. You can see the body balance. He got hit, and still with that left hand able to finish the play.
Now looking for his brother, finds Aaron, kicks it inside. It's Randle again, and it's a 3-point game.
Has really got to improve for this team.
Michigan State's got 19 points in transition to 2 for Kentucky, but Randle dominating inside to keep them in it. Now 10 to shoot for the Wildcats. Randle's been the go-to guy, draws a triple team, and finishes anyway.
And what a patient move and a terrific pass into Randle.
The basketball. Ball knocked away, Young stumbling. Andrew Harrison give off Randle. And 2 for the freshman.
And he needs a timeout because just what he talked about to his guys today. The help defender, John, was in the perfect position, rotated over perfectly, and was set. And the officials had to default to the block call.
Oh, Randle with the lob and the throwdown.
Randle's spot right now. We know this. On the box, whether it's getting loose in transition or getting loose in the half court, he finds a way to get near the rim. The great ones to purposely understand the importance of playing lower than the guy they're playing against. It took Michael Carter-Williams at Syracuse about a year to figure that out.
Randle, offensive rebound and a putback. Ollie Stein with the throwdown. They just have so many guys who can play above the rim. And there's a block. Under 11 to go, all Kentucky. #1 team in the land bouncing back as Randle shows off the soft touch.
As this game a lot on the perimeter. But then John Calipari runs into that block. And again, the great ones get to their spot. And, that is his spot. Through 3 defenders, he gets to his spot. He sees the defense. Watch, boom, the spin right there. Absolutely.
Jabari Parker finished his game, scored 21 in Duke's victory over East Carolina. That game is already a final. Randle inside is fouled, and they'll count the basket.
Defender just seemed to kind of bounce off of him because he's so strong. You see going high for the pass, makes a little fake to the right, spins back to his left. Still enough power.
Kentucky the rebound. Wildcats want to run ahead to Young. Man open underneath is Randle, and he finishes.
A real good look by James Young. Could have spotted up, taking that 3. Picks for their perimeter players, and then see what they have. Here's the last play where Kentucky throws the ball ahead. Looked like Young was going to take that shot, but instead Sparta.
Bilbao lost the dribble. And Young with the left hand in the miss, and Randle the follow.
Likes to play 7 or 8, and that's kind of what he's gone to here as the season started.
Followed by Randle. So it turns into a 3-point play for Kentucky. Kentucky had pushed the lead to nearly 20. UTA comes up with the steal, lost it right back. Jam time. Harrison battled 2 Mavericks for the ball and won it. Randle puts it on the floor, takes it to the glass, gets the basket, was fouled, and he'll go to the line for a chance at the old-fashioned 3-point play.
Post moves it to the right-handed dribble, a little sidestep, and then feels the defensive pressure and actually shoots the ball.
Appreciate that kid's game. Inside Randle. And of course you appreciate that too. That was a nice pass.
Anton Grady goes down. Anton averaging almost 9 a game. Randle to the basket. You can count it.
Quickly goes right to the rim. A little body contact, just moves right through it and explodes to the rim.
Nice look inside, but better defense by the Wildcats. Last touch, though, by Poitras, who was standing out of bounds.
Well, and this is a prime example here of why Kentucky's going to acceptable, because they're a team that goes to the rim so easily, just like that. Go to the basket, something positive will be a habit.
Let's lays it up and in. Up ahead, Randle will easily lay it in.
Stop. Andrew, Aaron Harrison, Julius Randle going to work, up and under. And Cauley Stein kept it alive. Let's see who they credit it to. It may have been Randle. And Willie Cauley Stein with another rejection.
A good head fake to get the defender in the air. And like I said, Cauley Stein keeping it alive till Randle could finish it.
But to finish that point, Randle, who hadn't had a big offensive day, gets that one to go and draws the foul. That finishes the point because he gave the ball up to Cauley Stein on taking it himself. Cauley Stein returns the favor.
Yep, excellent execution, because it put that wing player Ward in a bind as he go inside with the game plan. Listen to your coaches. If you can win, though, it's a great learning experience.
Randle got the roll to go there. That was a tough shot. Hit it. Cauley Stein got another block. He and Poitras go slamming.
Oh, how about that shot? Moved it to the right hand at the very last.
Goodness gracious, action at both ends.
And go in there and play like you're going crazy, but don't foul. If you don't have the energy on the defensive end especially, you're coming right out of the game.
As Eastern Michigan extends the defense. Nice pass from Poitras. A better one from Cauley-Stein.
Real good ball movement by the Wildcats.
Prettiest plays of the day.
Yeah, just kind of gets lost on the baseline instead of trying to force a shot. Gives it to Julius.
Match up man-to-man against this very long Kentucky team. Randle goes to his right. He gets tied up, gets the ball back, puts it up off the glass and in.
Boy, that was just a tough hoop in traffic. Pretty
2-3 zone out of the timeout.
They're very good targets here.
Randle got his man up in the air, able to finish.
Yeah, I think it's tough to just let him catch the ball.
Again, looking for Randle. Good footwork this time. He gets the foul and the bucket. Killer.
I think you keep giving him this deep post, easy entry. He felt his team wasn't playing hard when we had that meeting. They weren't giving everything every single trip. I think he reached them.
Randle, difficult shot, so good with that left hand.
Gathers gets it, but Austin's become. Oh no! Julius, don't sleep on him.
Julius Randle with the throwdown, playing in front of the home crowd.
I've actually been watching him Johnson's 5th grade, and he is a good player around the rim. Very good with the ball in his hand. School as a really versatile big guy.
They get it into Randle, spins inside, flips it up and in.
Good move right there by Randle.
10.5.
Now, despite the fact that Aaron Harrison has hit those threes, they're still in zone there.
Randle, shot blocked by Austin, gets it back, right at the rim, gets it to go. Pulled his way to the rim.
And that's his game. Shot blocked by Austin, but he stays with it. He's not going to be denied this time. Power, strength, a beast.
I love when you talk about
like that, yeah. He went to Regis. Strong.
Randle right inside and lays it in.
See, a little triangle and a target, too. They went triangle, too. John Calipari, he did the old yes.
Be happy with the way his offense has looked. They've knocked down some threes right here.
Watch this. Watch Cal. You think Cal's happy? Yes.
To defend from behind. Harrison to Young. They swing it well. Harrison's jump shot. And up and in for 2.
Second foul was a bad foul on his part. That takes him out of the game.
Randle with a nifty scoop shot down the lane. That's 6'9", Julius Randle.
Walks in this one, but this has been Boise State's pace. They've been forcing Kentucky to spend more time on the defensive end than the offensive end.
Randle in the lane. Tough shot, but he makes it so strong. 36-28.
And right into the chest of screeners and stayed there like they had Velcro on.
It is spinning on the baseline. Stayed with it and laid it in. It was knocked out of his hands. Done. Andrew Harrison gives it up for Young. Now Randle draws a lot of attention, doesn't he? But he still gets it done underneath. Maravich with the personal. You couldn't help but notice that Kentucky got together at the foul line. Randle with the stuff for some emphasis. Marks trying to get inside but can't. Jump shot from the corner, way too strong. Pretty good look though. Marks, one-hander, short. Cauley-Stein with a rebound. Outletting to Harrison. Aaron Harrison, slammed by Randle. Yikes.
A lot of touches for Kentucky. Andrew Harrison lobs it up and a slam for Randle.
Great play right there. Tremendous vision. Look at the whiteout. All the fans standing.
Largest lead of the game for North Carolina. And it's down to 6 as Andrew Harrison finds Randle. Randle, no denying him there.
On the one side and then replace on the opposite side. Kentucky can switch that with this lineup 1 through 5. Let's see if they'll go to it on the next possession.
Little dipsy-do by Randle inside.
Some games so far here early in the season.
Here's Randle. Takes it right to the basket. Not much that Evan Bratz could do, and the big fella gets it going to the cylinder. And
Hawkins in the backcourt together. There's Randle, and there's just no way to stop that. You can't stop Julius Randle in the paint.
And you can either get him on a direct post, but if you get him on the move, he is hard to guard. Juke in North Carolina and gave them a little whipping on their home floor.
Here's Randle. Every time he touches it, good things happen.
Every time.
Belmont's lead is 9, and they just looked at it on the big screens here inside Rupp. Randle, pull-up jumper.
Basketball and how tall those guards are for Kentucky.
Randle spins in the lane. It's just trouble. I mean, it is amazing. You see it coming a mile away, and you can't do anything about it.
You got post game?
No. Okay. No, I got that center court game. Here's Randle. Strong move.
Belmont. Nice.
Randle in traffic, drew the contact, count the basket.
Strength around the rim is just ridiculous. And what I love about him is when he catches the basketball, Dave, he makes a quick move to the basket, which forces.
12-point game. That's swatted out of there by Randle.
One sub on the floor, and that is the aforementioned Hawkins for Kentucky. There's Randle. And Randle with the first basket for Kentucky.
Many problems for you because of this nifty ability to put it on the hardwood and get by the defender. And when you get those kind of out of penetration opportunities attacking their bigs.
Poitras on the floor now for Kentucky as Randle puts it up off the glass and gets the soft touch.
And developing, but they love his energy.
Here's Randle, wants to challenge Mathing, and does, and scores.
He is just a man.
He's missed his first 4 shots, all of them from behind the line, as Randle gets it down low. Smith, the fast hands in there, but Randle makes the move for 2 more. Now Randle, guarded by Hancock. And again, he hasn't missed.
Example of it right there. Haven't been able to do it as much in college yet, but they're doing it today.
That's Young with the putback by Randle. Timeout Louisville.
And we talked the pressure of Louisville. It's been about the pressure of Kentucky in terms of dominating on the interior. Randle putting on a show for the Cats. Yet the identity of how they're going to play hasn't been established yet either.
Here's Randle. So tough to stop.
Hard, and again, this area here is where that's just unguardable because he's not in a position where.
Side. Here's Young. Randle. Randle now with 3 points. Young man has scored double figures in every contest. Young career high, which was 26, now has 22 in the game. Young, alley-oop. Who got it? Who got that? Was that Johnson or was that Randle?
Look, they're laughing at each other on it and just flicked it up off the banking board for the bank.
So 2:30 left in this one. Kentucky. Oh, wow. Went up top again. No dunk, but a nice little tap by Randle.
There to jump up in the air, hang in the air, use the left hand. Of course, he's left-handed, and slap it off the board.
Especially if you turn it over above the free throw line. Those are the ones that tend to lead out to run outs.
The slithery Young inside. Randle gobbles it up. And over a pretty good defender in Siakam comes up with a deuce. Randle chasing. Great hustle by Julius Randle.
Yeah, how about just the force and the pace that he plays with the big fella. And see, that's all set up because of the great effort to go run down that loose ball. And how just the extra effort to get to it, and then he stays with the play. And you know what? You reward the big fella. Give him a bone. Give the dog a bone. Compete. They've done a great job, and Kevin Stallings with mixing those defenses, loading that block.
Wow. Julius Randle.
Come off to Young, who almost walked with it. Randle on a drive, up high. His first basket. But he assumes that they've got that swagger.
But they don't.
They don't yet.
Yep.
But you know what? It's not about what you feel like doing. It's what's best for your team. And those Harrison kids have to grow into that role, and they're starting to.
They get it into Randle. Again, he's triple teamed, and he still scored.
Comes to life again.
Randle on the drive. What an up and under by the big guy.
Woo, he is one-way strong, isn't he, with his left paw?
Here is Portis, baseline jumper. Good strong rebound by Young off the backside. Andrew Harrison in traffic. And the finish by Randle on the loose ball. 3-point game, 15:34 to go. And this guy's been huge this half.
Together. Bill Walton talked about it last Thursday. Great rebounders understand the importance of guarding the ball.
Gully has it swatted out of there by Randle.
Well, in this building, I'm going to say it again, you have to compete your guts out for 2 hours if you're Kentucky.
What a move, but he didn't finish it.
A power move with a power stop.
And underneath, the rejection by Randle on Qualls.
When he said, you are playing too cool in this game. From that point on, 30 in blue has enforced himself into this game.
Playing off of one another.
Stokes with 6 points and 4 rebounds just over 2.5 minutes in. Randle in the lane, and he's able to put Kentucky on the board.
Between the two, Randle has 10 and Jarnell Stokes has 9.
The kick out to Randle for 3, and it's good. Julius Randle with the first three-pointer of his career. He had been 0 for 7 to start the season. He doesn't necessarily need that lift. That's not his game. He likes to defend, he likes to pass and score at the rim. As Randle knocks down another.
Go get you one late in the shot clock, and McCray playing with so much confidence and poise here this season in his senior year. And there's Randle doing what he does. He's showing you his full arsenal. Drive you crazy.
5 turnovers in the first half for Kentucky. The alley-oop to Stokes not doing. And here comes Randle. Randle right at Mayman. Puts it up off the glass and in. Count it. And the foul.
I thought he was in pretty good position. Didn't really commit a foul. There was some contact there, but all initiated.
Moore has 4 points. He averages 2 per game in just 7 minutes a night, and Julius Randle still can't miss. He's 6 out of 7 now in the first half.
Rejected by Randle.
Flash and splash, and on the other end, Kentucky very alert, very good at protecting the rim.
Yeah, we've still got 12:50 remaining in the first half. Inside, nice little lay-in for Julius Randle. That's his first basket.
Has to be a rim protector and an active on-ball defender, and he was not.
Randle up off the window. Strong drive by Julius Randle. He's got 6 today. They tweeted that he thought maybe everybody should stay home because the roads were bad. Unfortunately, they all showed up. He said snow in Lexington. Probably a good night for the fans to stay off the road.
Really guard you one-on-one with their length and how they shrink the gaps.
Inside, strong rebound by Randle, and a foul.
That's a pretty good miss by Harrison. They just bully you in the lane with their guard.
Here's Julius Randle, averaging a double-double. To come together and playing with a lot more confidence now. Here's Jurisic, who they've been posting up in the first couple of minutes of this game. Randle came over help side to get the block.
Yeah, defensively, watch Julius Randle come across and help out on the Jurisic drive. Nice rejection.
Now he wants them to move along as a team. So that's the next phase of them making that next step. Randle for 3. Hit his first one last weekend. Hits his second today.
How about that? To play with Gaines and Frazier both out. Or Parker, I should say.
Randle plus the foul on Thornton, his 4th side. And shot was altered, came out to Randle. Randle with bad intentions.
Loose ball defensively. Julius Randle, watch him head and shoulder fake. Cross over to the left side.
You know, I know lefties look smooth by nature, but man, does he look smooth. Look at everybody coming now. They're going to double Johnny O'Brien every chance they get.
Oh, and There's the first we've seen of Julius Randle and his strength.
That is a big man's dream.
He is not afraid to bring it down after getting a rebound. He's done that. And again, they put some pressure on the young guards of Kentucky. O'Brien almost had a steal. Randle comes out with it and goes up strong.
Yeah, that's just want to. This entire game, when young kids get sped up, they think that they have to do it right now instead of just continuing just to play, but play harder than what they were.
You heard the crowd reaction. There was a bench warning to John Calipari over there as Randle makes maybe his best move of the night to score.
Over for Missouri. Pretty good help defense there by Kentucky.
John Calipari has to be pleased with what he's seen from an energy standpoint from his young team, particularly at the defensive end. Already a couple of deflections. Shot 48% from the floor against Kentucky in the losses.
Here's Randle, little ball fake along the perimeter. Oh, he got a good shot off. He gets his own rebound and gets the friendly roll off the front of the rim.
A number of different ways, and one of them is some full court pressure, even though that was very much token in its approach.
Here's Brown along the baseline, and a lot of contact, nothing called, and it's going to be Kentucky ball. Possession for his team offensively. Keeping the coaches in that box. In fact, over the last week or so, the officials have received video and different documents saying, hey, keep an eye on the coaches box and make sure coaches are staying within that line. Randle with 8 points and 4 rebounds. 5 different Wildcats have scored 5 points or more, as Williams, with his first shot of the half, has it knocked away, and it's going to be Kentucky ball. Harrison gives it off to Randle. Randle working his way to the basket with a nice shot. All running up with Randle. Aaron Harrison, Young, and then Alex Poitras. Here's Randle with his runner, and he gets it to go with the left hands. And he's moving up and down the sidelines today. Poitras spins into a double team. Randle's there to clean it up twice.
So quick off the floor.
Well, Randle's been pretty impressive when needed for Kentucky. 2 different times. Young toward the baseline. Here's Randle against Rosberg and gets the bounce around.
Tough shot.
For the Rebels. How about White? Nope. Randle brings it out. Ahead of steam and bad intentions.
.250. Now he's a left-hander, so ball's in his right hand. That's not his strength and speed, but and Derek Millinghouse, one of the best decisions he's made all.
Randle makes it in. And a much better second half for Julius Randle. Randle quiets the crowd and snaps an 8-0 Mississippi State run to tie the game at 11. Listen to the game, finding Johnson, who gets it poked away by Ware.
Here they come, numbers.
And Thomas gets rejected by Randle.
Johnson, and the turnover leads to transition. 2-on-1, great pass, rejection. Julius Randle.
1 month ago today, Mississippi State led at halftime. Mississippi State played Florida tough in this building a week and a half ago. Randle able to finish to tie the game. Backboard. Davis launched a 3 with 25 in the shot clock. Randle pulls down the board and goes coast to coast to roll it in.
Like a locomotive.
That's right.
Savvy on the floor, and John Hood playing extremely well.
Rebound Johnson, then taken away by Harrison. Randle the beneficiary.
Oh, just a pickpocket right there by Aaron Harrison. Shot right here, and watch the pickpocket. Aaron Harrison just takes it right out of his hands, out of Johnson's hands, and
Calipari not happy with this possession. Ball not moving. Goes inside to Randle, who moves into double figures.
And Randle scores so many ways.
First jump shot hit by Mississippi State today. Randle feeling it right now. Enforcing through contact now as it doesn't. Paulie Stein screening for Polson, who sweeps inside and finds Randle. Harrison finds Randle, who tried to draw the foul. Didn't get that, but did get two.
Against the big, physical, Big Blue.
Here's Randle right down the lane. Kicks it back to Young. Back to Randle inside the arc. Jump shot goes down. Julius Randle now 0 for 4 from the field. Harrison, floater. Couldn't tell if he tried to alley-oop it or not, but it still works as Randle's there to pick up the garbage. And the Wildcats all they want. Randle tied up in the paint. Got it to go down. Boy, there was no doubt that Randle was going to get that shot off. The tap by Randle is good.
Fake, you got to rotate over and give help and not allow them to get that baseline.
Pressure, but they get it over. Young, nice look. Randle at the elbow takes a bump and finishes.
He's tough in there. If he get in the 3-second area, I firmly believe they got to get him more touches. Flow into the rhythm of your offense.
Can they get Randle involved? Well, he's going to involve himself from beyond the arc. That's one way to get it done.
That's a rarity. He doesn't usually shoot that ball out there.
That's his third three in 12 attempts on the season.
So I look at that size of Willie Cauley-Stein. I see him out here with the basketball. Got to get to the rim. Look at that talent he has. I mean, that was just great talent there.
How about the talent that guy has, too?
Not bad.
Second foul moments ago, so a smaller lineup for the Gators. You get defending Cauley-Stein. They go into him. They double him. Nice pass, and Randle slams it.
Pass. Great execution right there. Why not more of that? Why don't we see that more often? Or also get fouled. There's the great pass inside. Randle wide open because of the double team. They recognize the double team. Oh, he punched the chest. Play hoops. There it is for the jam. Hey, hanging on the rim. They shot a technical last night in that Arizona game.
And Aaron Jones will pull down the miss. Now, long lead pass. Underneath, rejected by Julius Randle.
Randle's there to make him erase a mistake. But initially, that ball got out.
Extension for Eddie here. The all-time winningest coach in Ole Miss history.
First look at the press. If you're Kentucky, don't settle for jump shot, shoot layups or dunks. There you go. Very well done.
And Harrison gets it inside for the flush by Randle. Great job in transition by Kentucky to get it to the right guy on the baseline, and a great feed inside from Harrison. Jared Polson in the lineup for Kentucky. Here's Randle. Works inside, left-hand hook.
On the blocks.
Also, Kentucky's already hit 3 threes. And we haven't hit the midway point of the first half. Nice feed underneath the Randle from Harrison.
Yeah, if that zone doesn't rotate down and get your body in front of Randle, it's going to become a dunk contest. Been alert, they've been active. Both their man and their zone has been really good. There's the power drive and the power pass. Handlers and multiple guys as finishers. Rare in the college game right now.
The lead goes double digits, and it's going to get worse. Look out below. 10 for Randle. The lead is 12. Timeout, Ole Miss.
And Kentucky can just eat you up, Brad, physically on the defensive end of the floor. They can power run you through gaps, and if you're 5 guys gang rebounding in this game.
Here's Randle on the drive. Wow. Just powered it in with the left hand.
I'm telling you, from 15 feet and in, no one in college basketball is stronger or more determined than this cat. And we're at 11 seconds on the shot clock.
And now under 10. Cross pass to Randle. Henderson almost got to that. And Randle goes up and muscles another one in.
At this point, I'm like, Coach, that's not a good sign from your point guard.
He knew his personnel a little differently, huh? Cauley-Stein. Yep. And Randle, there it is. You talked about how he scored. There's an offensive rebound. To get this down to 4 for LSU. Anthony Hickey. O'Brien. Blocked by Randle. Jordan Mickey blocked by Randle. Into the paint, got all the way to the bucket, and got it to fall! Stringer with 11 and a half to go. Kentucky running it right back. Andrew Harrison Young on the drive. Contact. Randle with 3.9 to go. No timeouts left. They got to go with it. Stringer loses control. Ball game. Yeah, but two of the biggest ones right here for Julius Randle. 15 rebounds to go along with those 8 points.
The reason why you cannot double team Julius Randle as a cutter, as an offensive
pass a moment ago.
Andrew Harrison driving baseline to his brother Aaron. Aaron, knocked away, and Julius Randle, look what I found.
It's the two defenders down on the baseline, and they got that open shot for Portis.
Portis tried to block the shot from Harrison. Randle has his own, and Julius dunks it. He has 4.
A free ride to the bucket, though, too. Nobody got in his way. He took advantage of no.
Wildcats went to the stripe 40 times in Fayetteville. Fred Getty has a shot blocked by Randle. And they do not put pressure on in the backcourt.
He'll keep the ball. All right, you gave it up. That's good.
Randle! A chance for a three-point play for the big hoss.
To the bucket. There we go. Nobody came over, and he made a tough play. Yeah, so he's got some real physical kids in the backcourt.
And the Harrison twins, both 6'6". Randle bowling his way down the boulevard. Gets his second bucket. He's got 4. Young with Wade coming from behind through the lob to Randle, a little bit away from the basket, and Julius rolls it in.
Set up. He got set up really well. He wasn't in a hurry.
Aaron Harrison shot by Randle and 1. Big Julius Randle.
Not sure there wasn't a little walk in there to begin with.
And level that guy off and not allow Williams to get to the rim.
That was a heck of a shot. Thornwell into traffic. Rejected by Cauley-Stein. Harris lining down on number 17 Kentucky. A 3-ball good. It's a 4-point game.
No timeouts, so they're going to have to get done.
And a steal. Poitras inside. Randle fouled and won miraculously. Unbelievable and implausible. Right back in it with 22 ticks to go.
See a foul on Harrison and that 3-point play on the drive to the basket, but that's just me. Young lost it. Randle found it, and he has a chance for a 3-point play.
Explodes out of his hands. Watch Young. Really nowhere to go. The ball explodes, and a lucky bounce to Julius Randle, and then his brute strength just takes over.
Randle around Engstrom easily.
That's no match. Engstrom can't go out and take on any type of action off the bounce. Great play and a mistake made by Kentucky, and Willie Cauley-Stein, because of his length, erases the mistake.
Randle, that's what he does best.
Kentucky off of low post touches for Randle, and Willie Cauley-Stein off a ball reversal.
Absolutely. And there's another turnover. Rutherford lost it that time. Cauley-Stein comes over the ball. And now Harrison pushes it down, and Randle will flush it to tie it at 32.
This is a mistake. I mean, Kentucky in transition, especially with Randle, you're not going to.
Everything is so tight that you can't turn. Well, they're relentless at the defensive end.
Randle back in, and his first bucket of the day as he forced his way through a double team. The number 1 team in the country has come out and played like the number 1 team in the country. Randle forces his way right to the rim.
And that's why they got to jump him right to the middle of the lane.
Each team in the double bonus.
Wants to come back to his left.
Well, now he's getting into a little bit of a rhythm.
Yep.
Had a good look. The rebound by Randle.
Yeah, what I mean by that also, Tom, is don't start showboating because you have a big lead.
And you would think they are a senior-dominated team. Cauley-Stein with the high screen. Young with the pickup. Harrison spins right past it. Cauley-Stein offensive board. Doesn't get the roll. Randle trying to clean it up, and he does.
Well, you know, Randle wasn't going to miss that opportunity because he's all bulk. When he takes that basketball off the floor and gets it there, he's very, very finishing his shot.
Watch right now in terms of Stein's kind of soft compared to Randle's power move up to the back. Rebound, and here come the Wildcats. They can make this a single-digit game.
That little shuffle got away with it.
Look how quick he is, though. Wow. Well, look at Randle. It's a matter of quickness, power, and look at how he finishes to the reverse side just then. When they didn't shoot the ball only at around 35%, didn't really gobble up many second chance opportunities. Randle, strong side, kiss off the glass. You notice now the difference, right?
Right into some traffic. That wasn't going to work from the get-go. Ran right into the 7-footer Johnson. Now Young in the open floor. Offensive rebound, basket. Randle, his first field goal of the game.
Smaller guard, wow.
5 blocks for Cauley Stein. 3 on 1. Randle.
Get up, and he's long. He hangs in the air. And Randle got the easiest of his 2 tonight. Any kind of these possessions, the most open area could be around the rim. You make hard cuts.
Randle hangs, got it. He has had a tough night shooting, but gets that one to go. He's now 3 of 11, but 14 points and 14 rebounds.
Randle. A team that was preseason #1. Good finish by Randle. #1 in the country, #1. They were picked to win this league.
Tournament, they were 22-9 coming into the tournament this year, 21-10 last year. Had identical 12-6 conference.
Randle, there's what he's best at.
Brad, I'm not sure there's been a tweak in the offense, but the only thing I've seen differently in talking to 2 coaches in this league.
Rimmed out for Kenny Gaines. A 13-point-a-game scorer. Randle with a handle and with authority.
Who has not been too careless and soft is Julius Randle in transition, Brad. When he gets at that angle, it is over. He punishes you.
Backpedal and take one here. Well, he gives it up. 4 to shoot. Gonna have to hurry. Randle, and on a late clock, a foul, and a basket. Is it good? It is.
Is Julius Randle in the middle part of the floor up top and letting him attack. They went to it last night on 3 or 4 occasions. And tonight,
they take a late shot clock attempt. Randle drives in for that attempt and scores.
That might be part of the tweak that John Calipari has put in.
Poitras. Wilbekin, bounce pass to Young. Again rejected, this time by Randle.
More to pointing and talking. One of the reasons why they're special.
Randle from the free throw line.
John Calipari 2 weeks ago challenged Julius Randle to start being more of a playmaker around the elbow area.
Prather trying to drive on Finney Smith. Got the pass to Yaget, and then it got swatted out of there by Kentucky.
Snaps it back outside, and here's the player to watch for. And he's blocked by Randle. Foster had a shot rejected. Trailers. Andrew Harrison knew he was coming down behind him.
Kentucky has been a problem, no doubt about it.
Cauley Stein taps it over to Harrison. Here's Randle. Nice move.
Now he's also in a position where he can utilize his strength.
Here's Randle. Inside and 2.
And that's a good example. I tell you, Foster really gets after it defensively as well.
Over to Randle, into the paint, and gets the thud roll off the back of the rim. It's brought back out Spradling. And here is Dakari Johnson. And that's Randle with the basket inside.
He has to do a good job of containment and not foul.
Randle, big step, and off the glass for 2.
Move by Randle. The defense not able to get there in time. How about that strength on the finish after the game? It has, and Kentucky being very smart here in terms of just using the clock. Nice finish and a find there by Harrison, Andrew Harrison.
Randle has done his job of drawing attention. Now it's time for him to put his impact on it scoring.
Like that, right there.
Randle's first basket. Stein off balance, has to go back out with it. Here's Young, who hit the shot before the half. Followed up by Randle.
And that might be the play that gets the big fella going right there.
3 over him. Here's Young. He's going to trim it to 1. And there is Randle. Defended once, but not the second time, and 1.
That's a grown man move by Julius Randle. Oh, the effort, the energy, the activity, all on display by the big fella.
Van, 6 to shoot. Working on early.
Oh, my goodness.
How does that find the hole?
And, you know, that's a mistake by Wichita State, but Randle, he goes hard right, he's spinning back. And the defense doesn't react in time, and he's got the ability to switch it from left to right. Take the contact and get the finish. Big fella, bring it.
Changes in this game.
This has been a heck of a game, folks.
Van Vliet.
Oh, what a pass. What a block.
Randle comes in to deny. And
the defense is also confusing Kentucky a little bit.
There's the lob, and Randle is on the board. Young. Nice rebound and put back. Randle gets it back. Young wanted it. Tough shot. But Randle's there, and Randle scores.
And this has been the theme for this Kentucky team.
There's Randle.
How about that move by Julius Randle?
Here is Randle. Goes up high with it. Quite a shot by Randle. He had not seen any action in the games in St. Louis last weekend. Now Randle with a dipsy-do for 2. With 5 seconds, Randle ties it at 37.
And Randle, just a really good job there, creating enough space and then the ability to get it up over the contest as well.
Johnson.
Another solid possession defensively there by Michigan.
Andrew Harrison followed up with the slam by Randle. And for the first time in this game, Kentucky leads. 6'7" sophomore from Peoria, Illinois. Here he is defending, seeing his first play. And Randle takes it right to him.
He's shooting here the last 2 possessions by the Wolverines.
Walton's first points of the game. Randle gets free and scores.
And that's an example right you to pound that offensive glass.
Lee out, Johnson in, Spike Albrecht for Michigan. Second foul on Irvin, who's defending here on Randle. And Randle ties it at 55. Slow down this Kentucky spurt as Young flies in and rolls off the rim. Randle backs in and scores.
He is just too big and too strong.
Attempt. Gosser. And it's Andrew Harrison. Well, Ryan can't believe it. He's saying if those fouls were on Jackson on the block, how come that wasn't a foul with Gosser?
And Randle gets his first points of the night.
Bounce. And it's a 12-11 count right now for Kentucky. Wisconsin will take that.
Blocked by Vito Brown, but then put back by Randle. And a foul.
Problem with the ankle here, and that's where he makes his living, folks. The ability to attack that offensive glass. Kentucky by 7, down 7.
Not there.
And that was Koenig missing with the left hand. And here's Randle trailing, and 2 more for Kentucky.
And just like that, with your starting backcourt and center on the bench. Okay.
You can say the same thing about Wisconsin with their foul trouble. I think both coaches should feel pretty good about it.
And that's Randle over Kaminsky. Timeout called by the Badgers. Randle. Nothing wrong with that ankle as he goes up high for the 2.
He face up on his post up. Rather than have his back to the basket, he faced up and went around Johnson. Meanwhile, Randle getting himself going.
Here's Harrison. Here's Randle on Kaminsky, and the basket counts.
That was just a grown man move.
Yeah, I'll say.
Right there. He just was a lot Kaminsky moving, and there's just not much Kaminsky. Had he not come down with his hand.
The switch off. Daniels challenging Randle. Takes it to him, and Randle says, not this time.
Good chance to gather, because Daniels, that nudge right there doesn't allow him to get to gather. Still able to elevate and block that cleanly. That is an impressive play defensively.
Shots from 3 tonight. Put them in the last minute, though. They always go. And here's Nolan. Denied by Randle. The second magnificent block tonight. Marcus Lee is down low for Kentucky. Here's Randle, and he lays it in for the first time tonight.
But again, another good decision by Harrison.
Andrew taken off with 6. Driving up high off the glass for Randle. Randle able to pluck it and bring it down and put it up and get fouled, and a chance at the three-point play.
And I get to make, and sometimes you got to become a playmaker. It wasn't a great pass, but it was the right decision by Andrew Harrison to get the basketball over to Randle.
I first thought he was bouncing it off. They go crazy over that shot. Here's Randle getting in.
Wow. Oh my goodness, what a move there.
One of his best moves in the whole tournament.
A great play there.
They've run that play throughout the tournament.